Hello bunnies, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for your support and love. Subscribe to my channel. Do like, comment and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notifications of my updates. Your positive response motivates me the most. Take care, stay happy, healthy and safe. Storyline depends on my imagination and it's not related to any idol's life. All photos credit goes to its rightful owners. Bora hai my cutie bunnies. There, but slap? I don't think so. Hyungi can't slap her. I can guarantee it. Cook, I'm wondering the same. There. Ash, this girl can't even endure some pain. She is too weak for the world. Shaking his head. Cook, yeah, that's why Miss cried. And see, she also let her wounds like this. Didn't even apply cream. There. No, how can she do that? It may burn her. And Miss can't endure the burning. She liked to suffer with wounds more. He said sarcastically and went to get the cream from first aid box. Cook sat beside her on the bed and held her hand with utmost care. They applied the cream while blowing on it softly. They did their work, then slept with Chimmy baby. Then he is still in the living room playing with his new remote control car. He wants to sleep with Sugar, and that's why he is still awake. Jun is working something on his laptop, and Hobby is watching news. Yunjin came back home and slept as they already had their dinner. Jimmy slept happily with Sugar. He was already dozing off before they came. I know many of us aren't good at showing our affectionate side to our loved ones. We pretend that we don't care about them and it doesn't matter to us what happened to them. But no, sometimes showing affection is also in need. We have to show them, otherwise, they will feel low because of us. Tekuk are like that. They would definitely show that they doesn't love her or care for her. But it's not truth. They do care for her. It's just they doesn't like to show it to her. And their love language is to annoy her. They love to annoy her the most. And they are also child. They don't have any idea that this act may lead their sister to somewhere else. Next day, in school, Jean and Sugar dropped them to school. They have noticed that one is looking sad, and also Jimmy isn't talking to her. She didn't pay much attention on Jimin as she was lost in her own world. Jimin was talking with Taekook in the entire ride. In Triplet's classroom, Taekook are talking with their friend and Vine is sitting alone today because her only bestie is absent today. TK's friend, hey there, Cook, do you know that Jihoon is planning to propose a Sissy? Smirking, Taekook immediately looked at him, paying more attention to him. Cook, what? You're talking about our classmate Jihoon? Serious? TK's friend? Yes, him. There means that day he was talking about wine with his friend. Only their close friends knows about their siblings. Cook, don't worry. We will take care of him in third lecture. That's our free lecture. And all will be on ground to play. Smirking, there. Seems like Double Bunny have a plan. Smirking too. Cook, obviously. How dare he looks at only daughter of Park family. Glaring at Jihoon's soul. In second lecture, today Mr. Nam have made a plan. He wants to get what he wants. His cunning plan will definitely make Wine suffer the most. Mr. Nam, okay students, I want your notebooks. I want to check it. And if it's not completed or If I found you have skipped something, then be ready for punishment. Coldly while looking at girls. I know it's true that males are intelligent enough to understand other males' real intentions. Some boys have noticed Mr. Nam's gaze inappropriate too, but they also let it slide because they assume that it's because of his dark aura. Their cook also found it weird. They have noticed severely that his gaze always locked at girls, and that too not in a good way. One gulped because her notes is incomplete. Only yesterday's sums are remaining, as she thought that he never checked it, so she can write it after her hands get in good condition. But she wasn't knowing that it's Mr. Nam's plan. He had already harassed some girls of other class, but he never got caught, and he chose topper girls for it because he used the same technique with them as he used in Vine's case. As per his point of view, it's easy to tackle nerd and topper girls. He is here from past 3 weeks, and in this meantime, he have figured out to whom he can catch in his trap. About their parents, then their mother died, and their father married to another woman, and that's why brothers broke relations with him. Till now, he got what he wanted, but in Vine's case, he didn't get because of Vine's oppa. They have taught her about good touch and bad touch. She is aware about it from a young age, and that's why at the age of 14, she was having courage to deny her professor, and that's what made Mr. Nam furious. Mr. Nam, also, I'm going to conduct a test today of those sums which I taught you yesterday. Gather the books and put here Wine and Jihoon. He did it intentionally because he is well aware about Wine's hand condition. Wine gulped and stood up, but she somehow managed to do so. Meanwhile, Tekuk also felt pity for her because they themselves sees her hands, how hard strokes must be. They have idea about it too. Tekuk divert their attention to Jihoon. They are stabbing his body by their dangerous gazes. Wine gathered notebooks of girls and Jihoon gathered from boys and went to place it on the table to Mr. Nam. Tekuk are looking at them. Jihoon placed books first, then went back to his place. But when Wine placed the books, Mr. Nam intentionally threw his pen on the floor, but pretend in such a way that it's a mistake. Mr. Nam, Miss Wine, please, can you pass it to me? Wine nodded and did, but she wasn't able to understand his evil plan. But Wine's brothers did. They followed his evil gaze, which was enough to make them angry. There, Cook, have you noticed what have happened just now? Brushing his hair behind side out of anger, Cook had already made a tight fist. I want to poke my pen in his eyes. Time skip to third lecture. It's free lecture. Most of students are playing on the ground, and Vine is sitting and reading her science book. She really doesn't like to play, and she is introvert, so she doesn't like to interact with many people too. Vine in mind, oh God, please save me from Mr. Nam. I don't want to go to his cabin again. Test wasn't bad though, but I'm scared. He is very scary. Should I tell everything to Jinoppa? Vine, still in mind, Oppa, Jin, always says to share everything with them. I also want to, but he isn't free, and I don't want to increase his worries. But I also want to tell him everything. I just want to solve this problem. I can't take it anymore. My mind is already messed up. I want to tell him everything. But what if he won't believe me and will believe Mr. Now? Her eyes are filled with tears now, but she somehow controlled it. Meanwhile, with Jimmy baby, Jack, you know Jim, our washroom steps aren't working well. Jimmy, oh, but what happened suddenly? Jack, don't know, but Sir said to use other side's washroom for some days. Jimin, okay, showing thumbs up. After that, Jimmy remembered that he had to submit some money for an event and he forgot to bring it. And today is the last day to do so. So he thought to ask from his brothers. Jack wanted to use washroom, so they both went to Taekwondo in the third lecture only. There is a meeting going in between staff of school. So every class have free lectures. They were going to Taekwo's class when they heard some noise from a storeroom. They just went to check out of curiosity. They opened the door and peeked inside. But what they saw made them shocked. There, Taco girl beating a boy. The boy is apologizing, but they aren't ready to listen. Jack pulled Jim in with him to the washroom. Jack, Jim, I want to use washroom. Jumping because he isn't able to control more. After finishing their work, Jack, you know Jim, yesterday I watched an action movie and your youngie were looking like the hero or male lead. Fish, fish. While throwing punch in the air, Jimin felt so much proud. Thank you. And Jimmy's youngies are really superhero. Jimmy knows they are good boys and don't harm good people. That youngie about Jihun must be baddie. That's why youngies were punishing him. And they reached out of the same storeroom. They found Taekuk out of the storeroom only. Jimin, Youngie, hugging both of them tightly. Taekuk also hugged him back. There is no one except for women Cook and Jack. Cook, baby, what are you doing here? Jimin, Youngie, Jimmy and Jack came to use washroom. Our washroom isn't in use. They, okay, ruffling both youngers' hair. Jimin, Youngie, do you have 5001? Jimmy need to submit it today. And Jimmy doesn't have it. Pout and asked with pleading eyes. There. Let's check in the bag. They went to their classroom and found only 2001 from each of their bags. Cook. Wait. Wine must have 1001. Let me check. He went to Wine's bag and found money. Jimin, but Yoongi, isn't it stealing? Innocently, there, baby, it can't be stealing. We are taking money from your Nuna's bag, and she is our family. We can take it. Cook. And we will inform your Nuna too. So, no need to worry. Yeah, it's true that Tekok are careless. They never pay much attention to their surroundings, but it don't happen every time. Jimin understood and pecked his youngest cheeks, then went back to his classroom. They told him that if he, Jimmy, wants money, then he can ask. He shouldn't take money like this. It's just emergency. That's why they did this. There, Cook, I'm thinking that what if Jihoon will tell this to everyone? Cook, what? He doesn't have guts to complain against us. Smirking, there, yeah, he will not. That's final. But I'm scared about the secret of Ryan being our sister. Cook, we will threaten him afterwards. So let me tell you, as Taku got to know about Jihoon's plan, they planned to beat him and make him understand to stay away from Ryan. But while beating, when Jihoon asked that if one of them is in love with her, Ryan, then they can ask Ryan to choose between them, and that's it. Cook kicked him with so much force and confessed that Ryan is their sister, and while that Chimmy baby encountered them. Time skip to second last class. Jun went to home saying he wasn't feeling well, but his mother caught him while treating his own injuries, and then Jihun had revealed that Taekuk beat him. But being scared from his mother, he didn't say that he was about to propose Ryan. She came to school after treating his injuries and complained to principal about it. Principal called Taekuk there and asked for their guardian's number. With Jimmy, when he went back to his classroom, he found Alex and something came in his mind. Jimmy, Jack, come. Jimmy have an idea. Top comments. Thank you so much for commenting, bunnies. I'm so happy. Hope you will continue to comment like this only. Thank you so much for watching and showing your love, bunnies. Hope you will continue to show your love in future too. And still you didn't like, do it fast and comment and let me know how was the episode. Bye, take care, stay happy, healthy and safe. Bye bunnies.